This is a song by Steve, Cady, and Tommy Fisher called God Meant It for Good. The love of the Father was not in me, living for self, thought I was free. For 31 years they put me away, Gangland prison in Clallam Bay, a slave of sin, vessel of wrath, guide of death along the broad path, left in the dungeon 9 long years. My valley of Baca left a pool of tears. You meant it for ill, God meant it for good. He used your will, His people stood. We know everything, God worketh for right. We loveth the King with all our might. Against you I've sinned and corrupted my heart, but truth you desired in my hidden parts. Nothing could stop Jesus the Lord, not bars nor slab nor a big heavy door. I asked for nothing, declared I will serve. The faith that was in me surely others observed. I was pushing up on all the gangs in the land. I sat him in church, Jesus taught him to stand. You meant it for ill, God meant it for good. He used your will, His people stood. And we know everything, God worketh for right. We loveth the King with all our might. You meant it for ill, God meant it for good. He used your will, His people stood. We know everything, God worketh for right. We loveth the King with all our might. The Spirit of the Lord has anointed our way. Nothing we won't do for praying mama's day. Bo prayed, Lord, put a son in our path. Within 3 years we rescued Ricky from wrath. The greatest sorcery the world has seen. The fentanyl phantom is a killing machine. Some pray a little prayer, then they leave them to die. Would you save a pastor's son? Yeah, I know you would try. You meant it for ill, God meant it for good. He used your will, His people stood. We know everything, God worketh for right. We loveth the King with all our might. You meant it for ill, God meant it for good. He used your will, His people stood. And we know everything, God worketh for right. We loveth the King with all our might.